Are we live? We are definitely live. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RevSauce9. We are live with AEW for 7/24/2024. Like I said, tonight's a good night. We got Kamille debuting. Actually, I was really surprised. So they've been holding on Kamille for a while, it looks like. And you know what? Good addition to the roster. I'm happy, and she looks like she's meaner looking compared to what she was in NWA. So it looks like she's gonna be treated properly. Like I said tonight, there was a few things on the board I did not like, and I will go through them in the finest right now. For one, I did not. Let me make sure. I got a picture of CM Punk. My bad. Where are we at? Make sure I got the right pictures. My thing. Yep. Yo, what's up, SSTV? Thank you for the love, homie. Thank you for that. Make a love shout out. I appreciate you, homie. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for that too, homie. No. Let's make sure. Yep, save. All right, this should be saved. I appreciate it, homie. I'll make sure to go over there and like, share, and do the things after the fact. All right. Let's see. Is it still saying well, this should change. This should have changed. What the fuck? What the fuck, really? This should have changed. Okay, so it has changed. Okay. All right. Let me make sure I'm putting this out on everything real quick before we really go live tonight. Let's make sure. I'm confused. I should be on my actual. Oh my God. I don't even know why I'm having to verify my shit. Yes, remember this browser? I just still have no idea. Sorry, guys. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So we got some AEW here. We got some stuff going on. Let's see here. I'll put this up on my Facebook real quick. Let me make sure things are... So, guys, I watched AEW tonight, but I'm going to tell you, I had it. I fast forward through a lot of things. I'll put it this way to you. So I let it go for about 30, 40 minutes, and then I literally let it go. So things like that. I'm going to put it this way. The unprotected chair shots, I'm just over it. When it comes to AEW, I'm kind of over... the unprotected chair shots. It's like it's getting a little bit too much for me, and it's like, I will tell you guys that, like, it was a little bit much for my taste tonight. Blood and Guts was awesome. Hey Rev, hope your family are doing good. Oh yeah, man. I was at Tennessee. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. I'm gonna tell you, the unprotected chair shot on TV, I'm gonna tell you, I thought that was a little bit much for my taste. I'm going to be honest with you. If you were there live and enjoying it, I couldn't imagine how fun that was. I mean, to be honest with you. But I am going to be honest with all of y'all. And Billy, I hope you're having a great week, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going well. Hope you've been enjoying some good wrestling. I enjoyed Blood and Guts. I will say it was a B- show for me. I will say it's a solid watch. I thought the two jobber matches for me, and then Minoru Suzuki getting his ass beat, I did not like that. I did like the beginning segment with Will Ospreay. I will tell you guys, Will Ospreay cutting up a promo, pretty nice. I do like the fact what they're doing with the All-Atlantic Championship. They already have an Intercontinental belt. They don't really need another Intercontinental belt. So for them to make it a U.S. title tonight, I'm all for it. Seriously, I'm seriously all for it. And then somebody's going to tell me, I'm like, oh, it's another belt for AEW. No, it's not really. It's them reintroducing the belt that should have been all along, the U.S. belt. And I know it's an MJF thing, but and actually, I really kind of like it. It's better than that Eagle belt that they have. I kind of like it. I really do in WWE. I kind of like it more than that belt. But I will say tonight, the unprotected chair shot tonight, I will say Darby Allin doing some whack shit. I'm not a big fan of that. Like, I get it. They're trying to top. I saw the move they were trying to top. I did not like the fact that they were trying to top GCW over the weekend with their spot. I didn't understand that. But they said AEW doesn't tell stories. Well, Tony Storm and Mariah's story, yeah. They are building. I've been saying that for 4 weeks now. If you guys have been watching my shows on AEW, I've been telling you they're building stories. I've told you they actually have people that are writing for AEW now. Tony Khan has been giving Peppermint more of a, that's what you saw tonight with Kamille showing up. It makes the story with Britt Baker more important now. Now Britt Baker, this will probably bring in Jamie Hayter. This will bring in I honestly think it'll bring in Rebel. This will bring in a lot of the original people you will see. Hold on, I can't see. No, she's going to WWE. That's already set in stone. Yeah, she's already informed WWE. Megan Bayne, are we talking about? Yeah, Megan Bayne's going to WWE. That's just night by night, day by day. That's a fuck up on AEW's part, to be honest. That was a fuck up with AEW altogether. If you guys want to know, they put her in Stardom and then had her flounder. She's in Marigold right now. And then she said she's going to WWE after the fact. Yeah, that's a mishandling by Tony Khan. Sorry guys, I was changing out wind filters and screens. So that's a mess up on Tony Khan's part, to be honest with you. He screwed up. Which female talent should come to AEW next? You need to bring Jamie Hayter back. You need to start bringing her back off the injured reserve list. AEW has talent. Unfortunately, they're all hurt. I don't think AEW needs to go sign talent to compete with WWE. I don't think so. I think they need to work what they already have. Tonight, you see that with Mariah May. You see that they've been working with her, and she's gotten better and better and better. And now you have a prominent feud that's happening. You know, like I said once again before, and I'll keep telling you guys this. When AEW does storytelling and make blood feuds happen, they do it right. Tonight, I really wasn't the biggest fan of Blood and Guts. I just wasn't. I thought some of the spots were a little bit too far. They do not need to do these big spots like that. I know they were trying to emulate GCW tonight. I get it. Some of it they were trying to. I could see some of the spots because I did watch the GCW stuff on Teller over the weekend. They should have signed the Motor Machine. No, they don't. They don't need to sign them. They're old. They don't need them. AEW does not need the Motor Machine Guns. What they need to do is start building their tag team division with the tag teams they had. They just signed Buddy Matthews. Like, for real. They just signed Buddy Matthews to an extension of 3 years. They honestly need to work within their tag team division they have now. They have great tag teams. The Motor Machine Guns, WWE is signing an older, hurt tag team. That's a fact. Like I said, I don't think the Motor Machine Guns want to work out in AEW, honestly. And I don't think the Motor Machine Guns want a heavy schedule. I think they want to be on the main roster of NXT. They don't want to be doing much. I think they're winding down. I think if you bring in the Hardy Boys too, I think they're also winding down. WWE is starting to sign some older talent. Now, the thing is, if a lot of things are the case, if Bobby Lashley goes over to AEW, I mean, to me, I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest supporter of it, but I understand why they would. Dijak's another one. I think you signed Dijak before anything. Dijak's great shit. I just don't understand. You bring him and Ricochet in, have these guys rule your division, your mid-card division. AEW tries hard sometimes in these spots, then they build up more to those spots. Well, tonight, honestly, tonight I did not like the headshot on TV. If you were there live, you probably were marking out. I know Billy, one of the biggest community guys here, loves going to AEW when they're in their area. I didn't know he was from Tennessee like that. And he must have been having a blast. And I know he's a big AEW guy, and so am I to an extent. But I did not like the chair shot to the head tonight. I kind of went, oh my God. That's what I said. I said it out loud, and somebody in my house was like, are you okay? Let's see here. Make sure here if I'm reading that. Hold on, chat. WWE didn't fumble Bobby, but they did fumble Dijak. Well, Dijak's been in WWE for so long. He even said it on the Chris Van Vliet show that he waited too long to leave WWE. He knew he wasn't being utilized, and a lot of people don't talk about Dijak Kovahovic. When he was that in NXT Black and Gold. Nobody talks about that. He should have been transcended to the moon and back. He should have been dual champion, back-to-back champion. He had the skills. He had the look. I'm with him. He's going to go prove himself. And he said it's about making money and taking names, and I'm with him on that. He said he's all about making money, and I'm for it. The thing tonight, some of the things I liked. So here's the things I liked with AEW tonight. The things I liked with AEW tonight was Kamille debuting. I'm a huge Kamille fan, and that's a win. That's a win for AEW. That is a win for AEW. Another win came out today with they are in a principal deal with Warner Discovery. So they're in a principal deal right now with Warner Discovery. The only thing that's standing in AEW's way right now is the NBA TV rights deal at the moment. Now, here's for you guys. The numbers that I have seen on podcast from top executive or top people in the industry have said this, that they had somebody on Busted Open this morning. They've had a few experts. They're all saying 700-800 million mark. They're saying in that mark. I think Warner Discovery is going to go up to a billion. I really do. I think they really want this, and I think, they're going to do anything in their power, because if they do lose the NBA, they will sign AEW to a big contract extension. Kamille to AEW was a great signing. Then Tony should have not paired her with Mercedes as long as, Mercedes, okay. The Mercedes, if you guys got to remember, Mercedes, when she was part of WWE as Sasha Banks, she had her big brute. She had Tamina. So you got to remember, a lot of the things you're seeing from Mercedes is basically the same shit we saw in WWE, just regurgitated in different ways. Doesn't mean it's necessarily a bad thing. I'm all for Kamille being in AEW. I am. I just think it's perfect that she's going to be her bodyguard for a while. Then that brings in probably Jamie Hayter back into the fold. It brings Revel back into the fold. And then from there, it's basically what AEW has been known for is they're going to make Britt Baker work from the bottom up, and they're going to do things to fuck with her leading up to All In and All Out. Tonight, Willow Nightingale. We're getting Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander in an elimination match for that CMLL title at All In. So I'm cool with that too. You're going to get 3 women's matches probably, or that'll be set up for All Out 2 weeks later. I highly doubt I highly doubt the All In is going to be a 6-hour show. Is the right way. Oh no, let me read that, because that stupid star is fucking that heart thing is like let's see, AEW pay-per-views on Max is the right way to go. We don't know yet. I mean, right now it's in France. right now, the French version of HBO Max over there, they already have it. They have AEW archives over there and Ring of Honor archives. So we don't know. Right now, they got a deal in principle. We really don't know. I don't know personally. I just keep hearing numbers and Busted Open and other podcasts that big experts in the industry are on, saying AEW right now has got a handshake principle deal with Warner Discovery, and they're going to be, Tony Khan's going to be at France for the Olympics, and Dave Zaslav, the owner of Warner Discovery, is going to be there, and the NBA guy is going to be there, their head, the head guy. And I guarantee that when the minutes the Olympics settle down and All In happens, I think there will be a deal coming in. I think, I think the NBA is going to go more Amazon than they are Warner Discovery, because there's nothing there. There's really nothing there. We'll see. We're going to see. Right now, the matches they have right now is Darby Allin and Jack Perry. You got the title between, at the moment, you have nothing right now for Okada. I'm assuming it's going to be Okada and the Bastard Pack. They're going to have to set that up some way, because the Bastard Pack is climbing up the rankings. Because you got to give something to Pack, and I would have Pack win that match because Okada has done nothing. I would have the Elite lose their belts at that point, as far as I'm concerned, as far as the tag team belts to the Acclaim. You're going to have probably a trios match, the Parsides or the Parsi. You're probably going to have that Christian's group versus somebody, probably at All In. You're probably going to have probably a Casino Battle Royale match, probably. They're building this up as their WrestleMania, so you're going to have lots of stuff. And then on top of it, you got All Out, and then on top of it, you got their stadium matches too. And Beyond is nostalgic, though. It's a shame inside the NBA won't last. You never know. You never know. Today, yesterday, Warner Discover made a deal to match Amazon. So we don't know. I don't know. It's wherever the NBA wants to go. It's whatever, it's whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? It's whatever they want to do at this point. You know what I mean? It's going to be whatever the NBA is going to do at this point in time. But getting back into talking AEW, like, I will tell you guys straight up, tonight, AEW did some things I didn't like, but for the most part, I did enjoy. I personally did enjoy what they had to offer tonight. And who I'm talking about is Adam Silver. I had to go look that up. I had to make sure I got the right name before he said it. Adam Silver. I think Adam Silver is going to go with Nashville's a great city. Nashville is a great city. AEW did great with the camera work tonight. I think they didn't show any holes in the audience. I think they sold more than what they were going to get. Blood and Guts is a big deal to a lot of AEW fans. I just did not like the unprotected chair shots. I did not like some of the things they were doing, honestly, tonight. But I was a big fan of things. They progressed storylines tonight. For instance, Britt Baker and the CEO, they advanced that. They advanced literally Mariah May and Timeless Tony Storm tonight. They're moving it along. Now they're moving along Danielson and Swerve Strickland. They're making Danielson have that feel-good story, and they're putting people behind him. They're starting to do the Rocky thing, where people are going to start believing in Danielson. I think you're going to have a mini yes movement. They're doing things that I said that they were going to do. They have plenty of time to build stories. Now tell them. They got plenty of writers on the roster to do so. You just signed a bunch of wwenxt writers. Now it's time to put it in place. This is your major show. You got to go all out on this shit and do the things you need to do. Again, and then you had Tony Khan today praising WWE. So I could see WWE and AEW. Like I said, tribalism is stupid. Tribalism is dead. However you want to slice that. Well, either way, like to me, I like both talents. If Tony Storm retains, I'm cool with that. If they want to do the Bobby Lashley thing they did a few years ago, I'm cool with that. Where he beat somebody really badly at WrestleMania and kept his belt, I'm cool with that. If they want to give it to Mariah May was an early on signing, one of the big major signings they did for Stardom. So to me, you have her go over just like you did Saraya a few years ago or last year. I would like to see Saraya come back in the women's division. I think you're missing out on her. I think she's been over at Ring of Honor. You got Sky Blue that's hurt, that's going to come back off of injury eventually. You got Julia Hart coming off of injury. You got a lot of women's talent over on AEW television that have been hurt. And that's not even including we got Keith Lee coming off of injury or health issues. You got fucking Miro coming back off of health issues. You got Eddie Kingston that's probably 6 to a year out. You got Adam Cole coming back any day now. Supposedly he's been on Twitch saying that he's really close to coming back and being medically cleared. You got Kenny Omega that's been out for almost 6 months and just had surgery 4 months ago. So at the end of the day, you got a nice talent of people. You don't need to go out and sign all these people. They just re-signed. They're doing the right things. They are doing the right things with their talent that they have. They just signed Buddy Matthews to a nice... Tony realized attacking WWE is no good for his brand. Well, he's an owner. It happens every day in wrestling. There's a lot of promoters that attack other promoters, and he's got to promote his brand. He was on Rich Eisen basically saying that, hey, you know, I'm going to do the things I need to do, and I wouldn't mind working with WWE. At the end of the day, Tony Khan's got to do Tony Khan, like I said. But at the end of the day, they're competitors. They have to be. And sometimes I do like when Tony Khan talks shit on WWE because sometimes I do. Sometimes I like when Tony Khan talks his shit about Triple H and vice versa, Triple H doing it professionally. It's great. It's great that both companies are trying to compete for wrestlers and competing for our hard-earned money. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's great. What I don't like is the fucking continuous tribalism over AEW should die, and people don't realize what they're getting themselves into. So to be honest with you guys today, to be real with you, I literally let AEW go 30 minutes on my cloud DVR, and then I fast forward through the commercials and the picture-to-picture shit. I don't care. I just want to get to the matches. Let's get it on. So to be honest with you guys, that's what I was doing. Like I skimmed through literally the commercials. It was great. I like doing that. I do that with Raws. I do that with SmackDowns. I let it go for 30 minutes because I have a cloud DVR. I let it record and do what it needs to do. But and plus I was watching the president address thing anyway, because I've been keeping a hard eye on politics and stuff like that. I really have. I know that's not what everybody comes to my channel to hear. Oh, you're talking politics. No, I'm just saying that's what caught me up for the first like 45 minutes. And his speech was only 15 minutes. And I kind of just sat and let it go like another 15, and then I started watching. Actually, I started watching an hour in, and I caught up on the live action real quick, and I made sure to record the other side of Modern Family after fucking AEW went off because the recording you have to delete because they go over time. So there's that. Tonight I will tell you guys that some of the backstage stuff was a little hokey pokey, honestly, to me. Like, to be real honest with you guys, and this is me being real with you guys. Again, I just felt blood and guts was a little bit much. They could have kept it to a basic War Games match. They don't need to do blood all the time. Like, they don't need to sit and do way too much blood. They can have cuts. They can do the things. Raw is still the best show, but that's an opinion, though. That's an opinion. I think NXT is the best. I think TNA and NXT per week are like the two best shows out there. I think 1 and 2, honestly. I think it outdoes Raw. I think it outdoes SmackDown. I think Raw is above SmackDown. I honestly will say because I like the wrestling. This is just me, my opinion. My opinion. Everybody has their own views on wrestling. I think Dynamite, I'll take it over SmackDown any day of the week. That's just me at the moment. And I'll take TNA and NXT before Raw. That's just me. I think it would go, to me, it would be TNA, NXT, and then I would say probably, I would honestly tell you Raw, and then I would tell you Dynamite, and then SmackDown. That's my list per week. I'd actually honestly tell you Collision would be before SmackDown too, just because I just don't care for SmackDown. It's so boring to me. And like NXT to me is just like every week I'm tuning into NXT now. And I know I didn't do a review this week, but I did watch it. And I will tell you, I am so entertained. I'm left go wanting more. On Raw, I'm just like, sometimes I'm like, okay, this is great. Like the Uncle Howdy stuff was cool, but I wish it was done sooner. I like the fact that they're doing vignettes, but at the same time, I wish they would just go through things. So, you know, I'm kind of impatient on things when it comes to wrestling. And Dynamite this week was good. Was it the best show? No. So far, not the best show. I would say it would go this week alone. I guys still watch NXT tomorrow. Or sorry, TNA tomorrow. I still got to watch SmackDown. So right now, for me, at the current rankings, if I had to go with it, I would say NXT, and I would say Dynamite, and then I would say Raw this week. Now, the Uncle Howdy stuff was cool, but I think Blood and Guts, for my taste, was a little bit better. I will go there. And I know some people are going to go, oh my God, you're an AEW fanboy. No, I'm just saying for my taste of wrestling this week, I would say NXT is number one to me. That always will be for right now. Raw, NXT, Dynamite, and then SmackDown. I could see that too. I could see that. I could see why people like Raw too. Like I could see why you like people like Raw. The stuff with Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre is very intriguing. I think that's going to set you up for the rest of the year. The stuff with Liv Morgan's been great. But I do like the NXT stuff more than I do the stuff. And I know a lot of people are going to love Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six and tell me, how do you not like that? I just think they took a little longer than expected for my taste. I wish they would have just pushed this all along and been further with it. And I know there's going to be an Uncle Howdy and fucking Chad Gable match coming. Like, it's predictable at this point. They'll set it up last minute for it. But WWE better be doing the things. They better be putting, honestly, they better be making LA Knight that U.S. champion. I'll be so disappointed if they don't. When he retires, yeah, he's trying to get his contract reconstructed with WWE TKO for that. Where's CM Punk going to go when his contract expires? He's not going back to AEW. He's not going to TNA. He's going to stay in WWE. That's why he's saying all the right things right now. He has no other choice. AEW don't want him. And he's not going to TNA to take shit money. So, yeah, of course, he's trying to get his deal structured to where he can make a shit ton of money and have a pathway to retirement. It makes sense. I mean, I'm not saying he's wrong for what he's doing, but it's perfect for him. Like I said before, that's the same way I feel about Danielson over in AEW. I think you're going to see Danielson restructure his contract to where he can retire within AEW and take what he needs to take and become a coach. Yeah, that's been discussed by Sean Ross Sapp and a bunch of others. And for CM Punk to do that, that's fine by me. Like I said before, does CM Punk need to be anywhere else? I think a lot of people don't realize that CM Punk does not need to be anywhere else but WWE. I think he'll be a first ballot Hall of Famer with John Cena. I could see him doing a lot of things for NXT. No, leave Triple H where he's at. He's doing good stuff. It's just they're putting a lot of the problem is they're putting a lot of stock value in Solo Sikoa. And the problem is with Solo Sikoa is that he's just not it, Chief. He needs more time in NXT, honestly. He needed more time he needed to have a championship run. He needed to have the things, and they just haven't built him properly. And unfortunately, you're going to see that when Roman Reigns does show up either the night after SummerSlam or leading up to the next pay-per-view, their blood pay-per-view, whatever they're going, Bad Blood. So I can honestly see Bad Blood happening where he shows up. Danielson cares about the Hall of Fame. I guarantee if Danielson got asked to be part of the Hall of Fame and got inducted, I think he would be there. His wife's already in the Hall of Fame. Both Bellas are in the Hall of Fame. I don't think Danielson would turn WWE down, and if he was still at AEW, I think AEW would give him permission to do so because that's the highest honor for him, and he did a lot for WWE. Like we're talking big stuff. It's like Chris Jericho. It's like I find it funny how people say Chris Jericho won't go back to WWE for a Hall of Fame. He will. Chris Jericho say all he wants, all this, that, and the third about it's not Vince McMahon running it anymore. It's Triple H and Artie Emanuel. You don't think if he got offered to retire in or not retire, but to get a Hall of Fame thing, he would. Chris Jericho's full of it. And Danielson's already said, he's already stated he wanted to wrestle, he wanted to do the things. I know he's going to stay. I know he's going to stay in AEW, but if WWE offered him a Hall of Fame spot, he wouldn't say no. Guarantee it. No doubt. Tonight, Swerve Strickland and we'll say that Swerve Strickland and Adam Page, man. That feud, man, that shit is great. I love when they both go at each other. It's a beautiful thing. It's very much of a beautiful thing. Oh, it's all good, homie. You're good. You're good. I appreciate you stopping in. Probably getting off of the excitement of being there, man. Yeah, man, that stuff's great. I love when they go at each other. Their blood feud is great. It reminds me a lot of Rock Stone Cold when they go at each other. It was so much of a good blood feud. Or Scott Hall and Stone Cold, man. I'm cool with that. I like that. Chris Jericho's a legend, but his time is running out. No, Chris Jericho could still go, but the problem is with Chris Jericho and AEW, he needs somebody to write for him, unfortunately. The stuff that he's doing right now is not good. It's JD Hayter is coming. Yep, JD Hayter is coming. I guarantee it. This is what they're setting up. Britt Baker needs a brute in her corner. So it's going to set up Jamie Hayter coming back. Now, here's my question. If Jamie Hayter's coming back, and I'm a big fan of Jamie Hayter, trust me, when she comes back, I'll be wearing a shirt. I'll be wearing a shirt when she comes. I'm a big fan. If you want to talk about a women's talent that was in WWE, they had her in the building, and AEW souped up and got her like years and years and years ago, Jamie Hayter. And let me tell you, she's good at what she does. And I think her being reintroduced to the AEW is what they need to open all in, book it. I would like to see that too. I'd actually be really, really, really good. Well, Jamie Hayter kind of had the same issues as MJF. She was carrying the women's division, and she got 3 different injuries, unfortunately. One was her shoulder, and one was her hip like MJF, and the other one was her leg. And she was still with injuries carrying that division. So got to give her the credit, man. Like for real with that one. Also, too, if you want to go there, MJF introducing the United States Championship tonight. That's what AEW needed to do. Guys, they got too many international belts. They had to introduce a U.S. belt eventually. I've kind of said that through my game streams. I've said they need to get rid of these international belts. They already have an intercontinental belt. Bring out a U.S. title. They don't, or call it North American. I don't care what they do. They honestly did not need another international belt. I said it was kind of really weird that you have an intercontinental belt and you have this international, just turn that into the U.S. That's what MJF did. Thank you, MJF. Thank you, buddy. This is back at All In, and I hope it's the U.S. belt. I really do. I really hope they keep that U.S. belt because it looks nice. I actually said that's the nicest looking belt AEW's done to date. I even think that Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion that has the cow skin on it looks really nice too from Mark Briscoe. I think Mark Briscoe is going to lose that Death for Dishonor though. I think that's going to go right to honestly, I think that's going to go right to where it needs to be with the Undisputed Kingdom. I think the Undisputed Kingdom is going to be in Ring of Honor for a while. MJF, American Man, mocking the Hulk Hogan gimmick is great. Yeah, anything MJF does as a heel, I like. Literally. Like, and two, another thing is at Death of Dishonored, and I'm going to tell you guys, I already expect right here, right now, I already expect, and I'm going to tell you guys this right in here and right now, I expect Adam Cole to show up. I do. That's where his re-debut is going to happen. It's not going to be at All In. Because the Undisputed Kingdom has done nothing outside of being on Ring of Honor, unfortunately. If you guys want to go there. So going by the card tonight, outside the two jobbing matches real quick with Mariah May. And it's funny, I'm going to say this on television. I don't know if you guys saw that on television. I know if you're alive, you probably didn't see it wherever you were sitting. Yeah, Buddy Matthews re-signed with AEW today. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier, and good for him. I think it's a new 3-year deal for him. Now they just got to get Malachi Black to re-sign. Everybody's saying, oh, he's going to go sign with WWE, but that's what they said about Buddy Matthews, and Buddy Matthews re-signed. So I could see them keeping the House of Black for 3 more years on AEW. They're going to have the money to do so. They're already got in a handshake principal deal with Warner Discovery, so I'm cool with that. Roderick Strong is who I'm talking about, by the way. I forgot in the original Kingdom, and I forgot. Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. They brought in Kamille. Camille's best for business. Kamille looks really, really, really good, man. I would be cool with that myself, Billy, on that one. Literally, the House of Black versus Christian Cage's group, the Par Side. I'd be cool with that for the trios belts. Yeah, people are going to be up for a treat. Camille's my other favorite wrestler. Kamille was in the camp of Nick Aldis, and she is really good. I knew she was signed with AEW for a while when the rumors came out and speculated. And let me tell you guys this straight up. She is, every penny Tony Khan is spending is going to be worth it here. And especially with Peppermint and QT Marshall running that women's division and the way they're booking it right now, I'm just telling you, I mark my words, in 6 months from now, I'm going to say 4 months. I'm going to go 4 months. She'll turn on Monet. Monet will get turned on. Because I can't see them squandering Kamille. Kamille was a champion in NWA. I see her turning on Monet literally real quick when Monet loses that title. Monet's losing it All In. That's just a fact. Yeah, that's what I saw. The crowd was hot. See, the thing about this is the problem with these haters when it comes to AEW or WWE or TNA. What I find very interesting is how they talk all this shit because there's like a little mini swerve, like a mini like sliver of people not in the crowd. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, my guy? And then to sit back and go, this is why AEW is not getting it's not gonna get, they're gonna die because. Do you not realize that tickets are expensive for certain things? And do you not realize not every single place is going to sell out? I've seen concerts not sell out. I've seen football games not be sold out. You know what I mean? It happens. And for AEW, like, for instance, it's like people were saying the other week, oh, TNA won't work out with NXT. Oh, obviously it's working out when they're selling out little mini arenas. And to be honest with you all, I'm cool with TNA. I'm cool with AEW doing the small esports arenas. It's more, I'm going to tell you guys, I wish AEW would do smaller venues like amphitheaters and little mini concert halls. And hear me out why. It's more intimate. I like the New Orleans arena because I went for Global Force Wrestling. And when they did Global Force Wrestling was a thing, I went to the first ever show, their first tapings, and in Las Vegas. And let me tell you, the small intimate scenes for that is beautiful. Okay, can I tell you, smaller the better for me. I've been to Staples Center and things like that out here in Los Angeles or Orange County. My ticket was $80 upper deck, but it was worth it. Going to any type of event, wrestling wise, especially Blood and Guts, is totally worth it. I love hardcore stuff. So if I can ever get to one of those or a War Games type deal from WWE, I'm excited. Or TNA, like if I can get to a small TNA little event down here in Orange County or down in California in general, I'm cool with that. I'm hoping to next time when they do the Kia Forum, I heard they're gonna do the Intuitive Dome. Fucking AEW is going to next time, so I'm pretty excited about that. And $80 is not bad. $80 is not bad. When I went to WWE, their Super Show 4 or 5 years ago, it was about $120, and we got to sit for. It was a lot of sitting, and I couldn't imagine. I don't know if they did the Super Show thing where they had AEW Ring of Honor and then something else. I heard that they were going to stop taping Ring of Honor in arenas, and they were going to do like Warner Discovery said that they were going to make it its own thing again, to where it travels and it does live shit. Supposedly, that's what the articles say. Like you said, Collision was perfect in Texas. Yes. Oh, yeah. I was watching that esports arena going, why can't they just do that all the time? Which, like, they don't have to rent out these big buildings to make people happy. Like, I've been to, I went to Lucha Underground. So I've been to Lucha Underground in Bowling Heights. And let me tell you, you want to talk about a small, intimate venue? That was so good for wrestling. The crowd was into it. It's great. It's perfect. I don't need to have a big arena to enjoy wrestling. It could be intimate. I've been to Hollywood of wrestling. I've been to these small, like I was at the, when they did the crossover about a year ago, when they did the crossover for AEW, or it was AEW, it was New Japan and TNA back then. And they had Moose at the finale, and it was at the Coliseum. They did it within the parking lot. And they had it was like they made a makeshift arena. I want them to do more of those things because they make it fun and it's different. I'm not asking AEW to be WWE, and I've said this to you guys before. I don't want them to be like WWE. I want them to be different. Different, but in a good way different. Like, for instance, what I loved about WCW back in the day, they did beaches. They rented out beaches. They rented out baseball stadiums. They did different things, uniquely things. Like, I would love to see one day maybe AEW renting out a minor league stadium, doing what TNA used to do and do fun things with it on television. I think it would be totally fun. Or a little college football stadium. You know, they don't need to go do a 75,000 stadium. I don't know why people are asking them to do AT&T Stadium when honestly AEW should be doing minor league stadiums. Like, for instance, minor league baseball, college football stadiums. I think if they did those things, they would fill in the people pretty easily. And by the way, I'm talking positive about AEW, okay? I'm not one of those wrestling channels that are going to tell you, and I'm going to go there. I'm not one of those wrestling channels that are going to sit here and tell you that AEW is this, that, and the third. And then meanwhile, tell you Triple H on the other side, WWE is racist, and then turn around the next minute defend Triple H and his decision making. I didn't say, I'm not about Twitter. I've heard that from several wrestling channels this week alone. And it's like, what narrative are you? I want what you're drinking. That's not what I'm watching. That's not what I'm seeing. And that's good for business. Exactly. I've been telling people for a while, if AEW is going to be just fine where they're at. This show tonight, I enjoyed, outside the two unprotected things that they didn't do during the thing. I was okay with it. It built stories. That's what it needs to be. TK has been cooking for the last 4 weeks, blood and guts matches, and told us a story. Yes, they did. And the reason why is Tony Khan's giving up stories. No other wrestling channel. I've been screaming on my hill for 4 weeks now, telling you nobody's following the articles. You watch these shows, nobody's talking about this. Peppermint is running with QT Marshall, is running the women's division right now. And isn't it paying off? You have Jerry Lynn and a few others and Will Washington sitting there. You know, you have so many people running these storylines and producing. It's like, I don't know what people are not seeing right now. You are getting a story. Will Ospreay is giving you a story right now between him and MJF. They are going to have the last standing match most likely somewhere. By the way, let me read. Do you see FTR retaining their belts at All In? No. I see that going to the Acclaim, and then I see the Acclaim losing to FTR. Kamille versus Jamie Hayter for All In. If Jamie Hayter is healthy and gets medically cleared, you better bottom dollar believe. Fuck yeah. I will literally mark out the minute that happens, because that's a dream match in itself. That's Tony Khan booking for the 5-star ratings. I'm just saying, if he does it properly. Now, I'm also going to say, so here's some All In for you that I think is going to happen at All In. I think you're going to get Ricochet between now and All In. I think that's got to happen. Because you got a wide open championship sitting there. I either think you're going to have Ricochet versus Okada, which I'm fine with this. Okada versus Ricochet, and you have Ricochet come in and win. That's beautiful. Come in and win, because Okada really hasn't done anything. If you have Ricochet and Pac, I'm also satisfied with that too. I'm okay with that. Or what you could do is you could have Pac win the championship off of Okada. What have you done for me lately? Okada hasn't done anything with that international belt. Like, can we just say that? And he should be booked a little bit better than he is. I'm sorry to say that. The two downside is him and the learning tree. We could have that too. I'm cool with that too. He just needs to be in more matches. Okada just needs to be in more matches, to be honest with you. It's not panned out. Okada should just lose that belt, to be honest with you. I'm all for him losing to anybody at this point. Pac, Ricochet, I'm cool with. I would like to see Dijak sign with AEW. He talked about it on Chris Van Fleet, that he was just there as a guest. I think there was some talks. I could see him literally being in Ring of Honor again. I could see him possibly becoming Ring of Honor champion. I could see if they want to bolster that Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor is going to need some attention coming soon. I think part of that new deal in principle with AEW and Warner Discovery, I think really, they're talking that they're going to put more eyes on Ring of Honor now. So to me, you bring in Dijak. You start there. Dijak was great shit in NXT. I don't know why they floundered him. I never understood that. What's up, Pesci? Hope you're doing well, homie. But I'm the only wrestling channel. I'm going to tell you this. I'm the only wrestling channel out there that will tell you right now that I won't sit here and talk shit on AEW. Why? Because, you know, yes, their audience numbers have been down. Yeah. I can't wait to see what Pac gets. I think Pac's going to win all these matches, and Pac's going to want a title match, which opens up the door for Christopher Daniels to say, no, Pac, I got somebody special for you for All In. And then like 2 weeks before All In, they debut Ricochet, or the Go Home show. They bring out Ricochet. Or wouldn't it be something they give you the freaking Swerve and they give you Dijak? I wouldn't be mad either way. Ricochet or Dijak, I wouldn't be mad. Because Dijak can go. Dijak's good shit too. See, a lot of people sleep on Dijak, but I get it. Ricochet, I get it. Ricochet, I get it. Or wouldn't it be something if it's Shane McMahon? Wouldn't it be something if it's Shane McMahon turning around? Coming out tonight, Dijak is a killer. Put him on TV. Yes, I'm all for it. Wouldn't it be something if Pat goes, I want somebody, and they turn around, they give him Shane McMahon? Wouldn't that be something? I would die out of my chair laughing. That shit would, honestly, I would still be freaking entertained with that. Let's be real here. I'd be so entertained. That shit would be, I would die laughing. I would. And they'd save Ricochet for All Out. I'm just playing, but I think it's gonna be Ricochet and I think it's gonna be Ricochet and Pac. I really do think that's where they're going with this. I think Ricochet has been signed, still delivered. I think he's been on the roster for a minute signed. By the way, guys, AEW is going to be just fine. For some of you that are going to sit and say, I'm an AEW defender, let me tell you this real quick. They signed a principal deal. So they're getting their TV rights deal. It's been signed in principle. Our handshake deal. So, and right now what's happening is, if you guys didn't know, Big Experts came on Busted Open today and a few other shows, and they have discussed that AEW has a handshake deal right now, and they're going to be talking more as the Olympics are happening in Paris, because I guess Dave Zasloff owns BT Sports or something like that. He owns something like that they're doing the Olympic coverage on. So that deal is going to happen. And when that deal happens, we're going to probably get HBO Max stuff. I think we're going to get Ring of Honor on there. I think you're going to get, I think, and I'm going to say this, and I may be fucking wrong. This is a prediction. I don't take me serious or for real on this show. We're going in speculation mode. I think AEW is going to get $800 million. 800. I think they could if they don't get the NBA. If they get the NBA, I don't think AEW is going to be on the HBO Max and all that stuff. I don't think they're going to get a deal, because they're not going to have enough money to pay these people. But because they're going to be hemorrhaging at that fund, they're already borrowing money to technically get this NBA across the line. And I don't think Adam Silver is going to sign as a C tier. There's nothing there. They're gonna go more Amazon. I think they're gonna push Amazon, and I think NBA. I think that rights deal is gonna be lost, and I think there's gonna be a legal battle between the two sides. But honestly, I think if that goes through, the NBA stuff, it's gonna be really hard for AEW to get a deal. I think they have a handshake deal. They do. Supposedly, all the experts said they do, so I believe in it. But I do think if they do sign the NBA, I think that goes off the table. I think the handshake deal goes off the table. And I think AEW is going to be looking for a deal, because they're going to put everything into this. I don't think TNT wants to lose the NBA like that. It would be a shame. Now, where would AEW go? Honestly, to tell you guys, if Amazon strikes out, I could see them. I could see FXX come in. I could see some bigger entities coming in. I could. Because AEW is viable. I could see Paramount coming in. I couldn't see it. I could. Coming in and having them on Paramount TV, I could see, because Paramount's pretty dominant in themselves. and they would pretty much allow Tony Khan to do what he needs to do. And the Paramount Plus app is pretty legit. If you have Walmart, you get it. Most Americans have it, and they're globally. They just signed Sundance, so I could see them going out. If AEW did not get their TV rights deal, I could see Paramount putting them on the Paramount TV app and the Paramount stuff. I could see that. Also, I could see them being on CBS, Paramount, Viacom. I could see them on Channel 2, my local station for CBS. I could see that happening. That's a huge audience right there. They have women's of wrestling on it. So speaking of that deal, I'm okay. I'm legitimately okay with them getting a TV deal with Warner Discovery. I think that's where they're going to be leading to. I also think if they wanted to, if Tony Khan has been browsing for Plan B and C options. Sorry, there's something in my nose, and I apologize. Trust me, I'm not doing the white dust, okay? Trust me. It's my nose is just irritating the shit out of me right now. Because we've been drier than the Sahara Desert right now because it's been so hot and the winds are blowing. We got wildfires happening here in California. But anyway, getting back into what I was talking to you guys about, to be honest with you, just getting back into what I was talking to you guys about. Tonight, AEW show was a B- for me. Minus the unprotected shots and minus some of the jobber matches that I saw. It was an overall great show to watch. I would say it's an 8.0 for me. I would say 7.75, 8.0. We're in that ballpark. I'm not going to turn around and to be honest with you, I'm not going to turn around and tell you that it was the greatest show on earth. I'm not going to tell you last week with, or 2 weeks ago with MJF and Will Ospreay is like the greatest match to ever live on earth. No, I won't tell you that. That's all interpretation, however you prefer. I will say it's up there for the greatest matches in AEW history. Sure, I'll give you that. It is. But I'm not going to tell you it's the greatest match in AEW ever. No. That still goes to me to Cody and his brother. That still goes to some of the legendary stuff from Adam Page and Swerve. I'll give those things. Moving on tonight, I honestly I know there's a lot of channels out there that are going to sit here and say they want AEW to die. And by the way, all the stuff that was being reported about Bobby Lashley and MVP and then saying Triple H is this, that, and a third. At the end of the day, I'm just going to be real with you. I'm not going to say WWE's racist. You got channels. You got people that are buying into the X way too much. You got so many people. Like, I don't go on X searching for feuds. Can I just be honest with you guys? I don't go on X and search for feuds. I'm going to turn my camera off for a second. I got to get whatever out of my nose out of my nose. I don't go on X looking for feuds. I don't know why a lot of these big name wrestling channels do. Like, for real, for real. I don't understand it. I will never get it. I don't get why we fight over ratings and views. Obviously, the experts are all telling you that the nationwide, the Nielsen ratings, they don't count cloud DVR. They don't count streaming views. So those people that sit there and say AEW's got only 700,000, they could be having 200,000 more people. They don't count you. There was top experts on in the industry that were saying it on Busted Open today. Go watch that interview, and you'll hear him clearly say it. But I've been telling you for 7 months now, and boy, I want to take I want my flowers. When it comes to views, streaming views are not being counted. I tried to tell you guys this months ago. Try to tell you that. Hold on. Yeah, we need AEW dies. People will lose their jobs. Yeah, that's why I don't want AEW to die. I've never said I'm just talking about the haters in the world of this stuff. I see all the time talking about AEW ratings falling apart. You got Bully Ray talking about stuff, and you got other channels talking about these views, and I just don't understand it. The experts, the Nielsen ratings are all saying the same thing as I've been telling you for months. Boy, I love when I get my flowers. I love when these stupid AEW haters, all they talk about is views and people in crowds. And I tell this all the time to people. Boy, I love being right. Like today, it just the Business Insiders, what was it? New York Post and a bunch of them talking about AEW and talking about how part of the ratings are not being counted. And I love being right when it comes to that stuff, man. It's great. Mr. What's up, buddy? How you doing? And by the way, speaking of wrestling, there's going to be another major promotion coming up from Scott D'Amore. If you guys didn't know, Maple Leaf Wrestling, that's coming. He already signed trademarks. He's already got big money backers behind him. So it's going to be interesting. I'm kind of interested in what Scott D'Amore is going to be doing in the future of things. But AEW, again, blood and guts, minus a couple unprotected chair shots and a couple unprotected spots. It was a good show. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't tell you, oh my God, this week's AEW, don't watch it because this, that, and the third. It was not bad. I would say it's a B- show. It's a 7.75, 8.0. I was happy with it. Stories got progressed. Everybody here is all excited for the women's stuff. Everybody's all excited. I heard Motor Machine Guns is not 100% signing with WWE yet. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard they're kind of just weighing their options at this moment. They're 1 minute they're going to WWE, the next minute, from what I was reading and seeing, that they were talking about taking a break. That's why I haven't reported anything. Guys, I'll report the news when it's 100% confirmed. I won't report I won't report rumors unless they're very interesting. I will never do a long show reporting rumors because that would just be lying to you guys. I see a lot of YouTube channels doing that for ratings and clicks and views, and I'm not okay with that. I will never report reporting. I will always put reporting in parentheses for you guys, always. Yeah, so I don't know. They said they were done with the industry, and then they said they were going to go WWE. Who knows? I don't know. At this point, who knows? I don't know. But I will tell you guys, always when I report something, you will know. If it doesn't say reporting in parentheses on my title on YouTube or TikTok or whatever, that's realistic. That's real to you guys. If it says reportingly, that's rumor and speculated. I will always do that for you guys because I never want to report shit. I have an integrity with myself to you guys. I don't report bullshit. There's a lot of other channels out there that like to report rumors, like and I know a lot of you do watch the channel, Sean's View, and I know some of you do, and you guys listen to that malarkey. But a lot of the stuff he preaches is in fucking forms. That's not even real. I remember you were the right about Monet months ago. You didn't report bullshit. No, I didn't. I told everybody she was going to sign a amazing deal and get paid big money. Of course she was. And WWE couldn't. WWE tried to match that, and they couldn't reach that. AEW needed Monet more than Monet needed AEW, and AEW just gave bag of money. Again, I'll make you a wild prediction here. Why have we not seen Becky Lynch sign a contract yet? What about Natalya? Everybody says she's WWE confirmed, signed, sealed, and delivered. And on TikTok, I said reportedly, and people were losing their minds, calling me an idiot. And I said, weren't you the same very people that said the same very thing about all these people going to WWE and then they ended up going to AEW? So when you see things say reportedly, whatever, don't believe what you hear until it's 100% confirmed. Sean Ross Sapp and a lot of these people have been wrong. They have been wrong. And I said they were wrong about Monet. I said Monet will debut when Monet debuts, and you watch. They did. They did everything. I got told Monet's not a needle threader. Oh my God. But she's got 2 titles now and having prominent storylines. Yeah, and I told you guys that too. Like when it came to Kamille and my game streams, I told you guys Kamille is probably signed because there was articles out there saying she was 100% signed, right? And then I turned around and I told you guys word for word, probably Tony Khan's holding her off until there's an actual story for her to be part of. Guarantee when the reports come out tomorrow that they're going to say she was signed with AEW for some time. And no shit, Sherlock, she was. Because the reports died off of her going to WWE real quick. Did you guys notice? Those reports, those people look like idiots now. That's why I'm going to be real with you guys. That's why I do not fucking reportedly stuff often. When I do, it's got to mean something to me. I read a lot of articles. I'm like you guys. I read a lot of articles, but I'm not going to do a podcast and give you fiction and then tell you on top of, oh, this person's racist. Why? Because somebody on X says so? That's not reporting. Be a real journalist. Report the real news. Please don't report fake shit. Just because you're on Twitter fighting with somebody doesn't mean that's real. That's not news. Going on X, Reddit, whatever, and reading that shit in Facebook groups, that's not news. That's a bunch of people stroking off to shitty fucking fantasy booking and fucking... I will read the real news. I won't go fight on X. There's too many wrestling fans on X that are just stupid. I don't have time. I don't have the brain cells. I don't have the time. I don't sit there and go right to be right. I'll put that on my YouTube video. I'll put my reputation on the line through a YouTube video over that. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll make a video and say I'm wrong. I've always told you guys this. I hold myself to an integrity. I love that. Okay, I read that. Okay, Becky Lynch, nothing yet, but that she'll come back to WWE. Who knows? This happened with Edge. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. Like, Tamina's up on the open market, so where's she going to go? Tamina's got a lot left. I think she's got a lot left in her career. Again, Bobby Lashley and MVP, who knows? I mean, like I said, the Motor Machine Guns, who knows? All these reports have come out. They're going to WWE. Now they're talking about, I don't know yet. They're not 100% confirmed. There's all these moving, like, parts. And it's like, I don't report moving parts until I see it. I report the good stuff when it's reportedly, and I'll put reportedly on my channel. You can vet my shit. I can tell you, I put reportedly. For instance, Megan Bourne, right? A lot of you guys have been talking to me about this wrestler. I know what she is. She's going to WWE. It's just a matter of days, months, years when that's happening. And the amount of money they want to give her. That was a fuck up by AEW. They had her and they should have just brought her. Blah, 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 blah. They should have just brought her in. If you want to go there. How long have we gone? We got an hour and 7. Like I said, I'm not here to bullshit you. I'm here to tell you how I feel about wrestling when it comes to things. So what I'm bringing back on my channel is food and beverage reviews. I closed my secondary channel, my IRL working out streaming channel. Nobody was really watching that. And I tried to promote it, and a lot of people are not coming over to it or flocking over to it. And unfortunately, I'm just not going to push that narrative trying to get people over to it. RevSauce 92, I deleted it. And I'm bringing my food and beverage reviews back here for you guys. So that's happening. I got another channel in the works right now. Thursday will be our first episode called Splitting the Sauce. It'll be our first live stream, we'll put it that way, where we'll talk wrestling, the stuff that's happening with the Dr. Disrespect. We're going to talk probably about Boogie. We're going to talk about a lot of things. Me and Sir, you see him in the chat, Sir Joseph Pesci, and I are going to take on some of these other channels, but we're going to do it with a twist. I've been watching a lot of podcasts. And by the way, some of you think that I have some type of scrawl with JD from New York. I don't. I respect the guy. My response was very, very professional. I just watched his video and I just critiqued how I felt. And it wasn't anything special. I just wanted to say in that video, like, hey, you were wrong about this, this, this. I was just saying you were just wrong. I didn't want people to think I'm attacking said person. There's no drama between him and I. He's bigger than me. Why would I have drama? again, any big name, like when I say Sean's View, Joe Cronin, or whatever, it's not, I have beef with these people. I respect these people. I just sometimes when they say things that are not true or fake news, or you listen to them and they go, well, gee willikers, on X, I don't go and feud on X, but by the way, I'm going to tell you this person, it's like, no, no, you're on X wanting feuds. Then you come and you put that within your videos, but I thought you weren't about that life. So that's why I say what I say sometimes. It's just to keep people honest. And I just don't like people getting lied to. That's my whole thing. When I made this channel, I want my opinion to be heard, but at the same time, I want to tell you guys the truth. I want to be very, very raw and uncut and unbiased for you guys. I don't have an allegiance to any wrestling company, but some of you think that way. Yeah, you can. That's WWE for you in COD. Hell yeah. Like, to be honest with all of you guys, like, for real, like, Call of Duty and WWE, that was a perfect match. And that's WWE just showing them flexing that they're global. That's what they do. They did that with the titles. That's what they're doing with games, Fortnite. That's what they're doing with tons of stuff. And it's genius. They want young youth to have the word in the mouth. That would be cool. I'd be all right with that. But they gotta build that though. They gotta do something with that. I didn't know that's the Blackpool Combat Club. Okay, yeah, that's the BDC. Because the Hurt Business. So here's the thing. I've said this. Why not just Bobby Lashley and I don't know if you guys watched TNA back in the day. The Beatdown Clan, the BBC versus the BCC would be cool. The Beatdown Clan. I love the Beatdown Clan name. It was like the prelude to the Hurt Business. I'm going to say this to you guys, and this is me being honest. I don't want them to use the name in AEW. I want them to be something different. Be the same concept, but I want it to be different, a different name. I want it to be something cool. Like, I just don't think the Hurt Business is going to resonate in AEW like that. I just don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people will cheer and go crazy for it. I don't know. If Triple H didn't like it, he's got his ear to the ground on things, and he knows what the fans want. It didn't go that far the first time around in WWE, and I'm kind of feeling like maybe they need to recandlelight a different name and maybe come in and do different things. Because I've said this before about Bobby Lashley and MVP. If they want to do it right, they could bring in Private Party. They could bring Swerve Strickland into this. They could bring if they wanted to do the Beatdown Clan or the Hurt Business or whatever they want to call it. Maybe it's a different name. Maybe, we don't know. I don't know. Rumors speculated that they're coming to AEW when the contracts are all said and done. They could be in TNA doing the BDC thing. I don't know. Could be anything. Bobby Lashley's good shit. I think Bobby Lashley's been highly unutilized in WWE, and I think him, Dijak, and a few others signing with AEW, I wouldn't be mad. But then you would have on the other side, again, you would have those AEW haters that hate to hate, saying, oh, that's just Tony Khan signing ex-WWE guys. Fuck AEW and and I'm like, whatever. These are the same very people that said that AEW is not getting a TV rights deal. By the way, they have one in principle with Warner Discovery. The same people that said Ring of Honor should have died. Same freaking people. It's funny how these tribalists for companies and don't understand, if you don't have AEW, you have nothing. WWE wouldn't be held to the highest standards. You need to have AEW. AEW forces WWE, vice versa, AEW to be honest and build their products better. You have to have competition. If you don't, again, as I tell you guys all the time, competition is great for business. And I've also told you guys this too. is I'm excited for Maple Leaf Wrestling. I'm excited for Scott D'Amore getting a chance to run his own promotion his way. So I'm excited for it. And guess what? If it gets a TV rights deal, hey, it's just another company in the United States, North America. It's great for business. It means more wrestlers get opportunities. More wrestlers get the things they need. Like I said. And about WWE, yeah, you can get your round of applause for Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's mommy. Mommy's great shit. Mommy's great on TV. And can we have a round of applause for Cody Rhodes? I mean, to be featured in Rey Mysterio, all in Call of Duty, it's great. It's best for business. I think they did a great job with that. But like I said before, we're going to see. We're going to see. I'd be okay with BDC and the Hurt Business and All In too as a surprise match. I'd be cool with that too if Tony Khan wants to go that far. I think All In's going to be a 6-hour show though, and I'm going to say this. 6 hours of wrestling is going to make me tired by the end of it all. That's why I'm going to get energy drinks that day. That's why I'm going to make sure that I have plenty of coffee down me during the day, because that's going to go on and on and on all day. Envy, hope you're doing well. Hope all of you guys are doing well. Josh, hope you're still here. Do you see FDR winning the belts back? No, I do not. I do not see them winning it back for a while. I could see them going over to Ring of Honor and winning the Ring of Honor tag team belts. I could see that. I just don't see it right now because you got that whole thing with the Acclaim right now versus the Elite at the moment. I just don't see it. Unless the Acclaim win at All In, or if they lose, then you could have an All Out situation with FTR, but I just don't see that either. My dogs are going crazy in this house. Fucking nuts. Anyway, so tomorrow, this is tomorrow's schedule. So this is what it looks like for me. So tonight we're going to be streaming all night into tomorrow morning. I got Sears coming out to repair my ice maker, finishing out the last of the Samsung parts and things like that. And they got to do their thing there. If Pesci's watching this, I know Pesci said about 6 o'clock my time. I'm going to be waiting on what's going on with the repair people that are coming into my house. So the new podcast will be launching tomorrow on, you can go check the channel for yourself. Icon's already subscribed to it. It was actually my secondary channel, but then I turned it into Splitting the Sauce. So if you guys don't know what Splitting the Sauce is, it's going to be my new channel with Sir Joseph Pesci. If you guys didn't know, now you know. If you guys are watching and still listening, it's going to be, I got banners and stuff done. So here it is. Here's the secondary channel. But it's for you guys. We're going to have a wide variety of topics, not just wrestling. It's going to be wrestling, sports, gaming, and tech, and everything all in combined shows. So we're going to, 1 minute you may hear us talk about gaming, and the next minute you may hear us talk about wrestling. The next minute you may hear us talk about sports. So depending on what's going on in the world of things. So I just want to make that very clear to all of y'all. Also, it's not just a podcast. It's actually going to be a channel with actual content. So you may see me review something on this very channel here or do something, and I may put it on Splitting the Sauce. Or I may do it a little different for Splitting the Sauce. So you may see different things. You may see different, we may make predictions on things. I may use this as an outlet for my predictions for pay-per-views for wrestling. You never know. Pesci and I, we're going to sit and talk. We're going to see how the first show goes. We're going to see where it goes, and we're going to see where our audience is. We're doing this for fun. As I told him, we're going to split it down the line, 50-50 between each other. We're going to see where it goes. We're going to see what works and what doesn't work, and we're going to get feedback, and we're going to listen to you guys. Trust me. We are going to do a million things with this channel, and we're going to have some fun doing it. And I think for both of us. Hypothetically, if Becky did, she would fit in right into the higher, literally she'd be higher than she'd get treated like royalty. I tell you that right now. She'd be higher than a Monet. she'd get paid more than a Monet. I've always told this to you guys about Monet. I like Monet, but formerly known as Sasha Banks, she is not a starting 5 lineup person. I'm sorry, the WWE did not value her like that. She was a Scottie Pippen type character within WWE. Becky Lynch is your starting lineup. Becky Lynch, Charlotte. I would even say I would say Bayley is behind Sasha, but I would honestly tell you, like, if Becky would get treated as number 1 compared to a Sasha. A Monet. That's just a fact. Becky Lynch has more star value. She's worth more money than Sasha too. That was the other reason why that's why Monet took the money, took the bag. She wasn't going to get it in WWE. Nobody realizes she wanted buku money for what she is. And what she got was technically what Scottie Pippen got when he was part of the Portland Trailblazers. Big money, and he didn't pan out. So the jury's out on Monet. Monet's got a 3-year deal, so this is year 1. We're going to see what she does in year 2 and 3. We're going to find out. Well, they have done nothing with Naomi since she was in when she was in TNA. She hasn't progressed. And I told you guys this in my Naomi video, a year ago, 2 years ago. I said, look, she's not going to be anything but a mid-carder at best. Maybe win a title here and there. Maybe if they wanted to introduce an intercontinental U.S. belt for the women's division of WWE, she's not going to amount to anything. That's why I was so shocked that she re-signed with WWE. I said, WWE doesn't have, they have new talent. WWE has got new talent. Rhea Ripley's the face of WWE. Then on behind them, you got Tiffany Stratton. Then I would say Roxanne Perez is the next one up. You got Vicaria's there. Tatum Paxley's going up the Wendy Chu. Naomi to me has had her moment in the sun. I think she came back because her husband's there and because Triple H, and she could have gotten more money. I think AEW offered her a shit offer where WWE gave her pretty much the offer she was looking for. It's like if Natalya signs with WWE, I wouldn't be mad necessarily. But at the same time, something with Kana James, I would like to see that on Raw. I would like to see that. Naomi needs something, but I'm a Naomi fan, but I know Naomi's self-worth there, and honestly, she's not going to get it in WWE. I thought she should have stayed in TNA, personally. She was so much better as Trinity over in TNA. In TNA, she was literally, her and Jordynne Grace could tear the roof off. It's like Jordynne Grace, for instance. Jordynne Grace has got a couple years left in her deal, and people are already making it out she's going to WWE. She's going to be on the chopping block when it comes to free agency. So who's going to offer the most money? Or is she going to stay because her husband's there, the octopus, Jonathan Gresham? Again, that's a talent. Jonathan Gresham is a talent that AEW should have kept. Unfortunately, they screwed the pooch with that one. It's the same way I feel about Scorpio Sky. Scorpio Sky is another talent that I'm tired of seeing him on Lakers Nation. Scorpio Sky, if you watch this, my friend, you are a waste of talent in AEW. That's a Tony Khan problem. When their contracts are done, Tonka I like. Tanaka, I hope I'm saying that right. Mina's a everybody, and I know Envy does the minute the one that goes motherfuckers, and she flips off the camera, or she goes fuck you for everything. They had her in AEW for a while there. Minute, oh god, I follow her on Twitter. But Minu, for sure, Mina for sure, and Tonka for sure, or Tanika. I hope I'm saying her name right. If I'm butchering that still, I know who she is. She's actually really good, actually, in fact. But anyway, how long have we gone? We've gone about an hour and 25 minutes. All right, guys, here's the story for tomorrow. We got a podcast tomorrow happening on over at Splitting the Streams, or Splitting the Sauce, sorry. Splitting the Sauce. I'm going to be back with a game stream. I'm going to be using OBS as or Streamlabs because it does TikTok and all that in one place, and I still have their multi-stream. So we're going to be using that and streaming straight across the board tonight. Probably going to play some NCAA, most likely, or the news college football game. We got Deaths from Dishonored this weekend, so I'll be watching that for sure. We got the show happening tomorrow with Pesci. So stay tuned for that. I'll keep you guys updated here. In the channel feed for that when we do go live and when we set it up. Things like that. So, yeah. So tomorrow, I don't know how it's going to go. I will be talking to Pesci. We'll be picking some topics. We're going to go over some things beforehand, and then we'll launch the show, and we're going to have a blast doing it. Like I said, he has full range on the channel. Like I told him before, if he wants to throw up reviews, do his own thing over there too as well. He's welcome to it. There's going to be times we're not going to be doing shows. You know, we're going to shoot for Monday. We're going to shoot for Tuesdays and Thursdays. But here's the thing. If he's working or something, I may just throw up a video for you guys, maybe a video review of something, or, you know, do something of the range. You know what I mean? Or we'll fill in with a guest or something, depending on the day, you know, depending on how busy he is or whatever. If you guys really want an episode, you know, we're going to see where it goes. Like I said, him and I, 50-50 split. That's what we're going to do. And if we get bigger, that's the way it's going to be. We're going to have some fun doing it. He said he wanted to do something different. We're going to be doing it's going to be a little different than what I usually do. You guys are still going to get wrestling reviews here. You're still going to get the things. Pesci's still going to do his thing on his channel. We're just doing something off the side that's a little different than our channels, what we do normally. This is going to be a little different. It's going to be a little fun. We may have guests. We may have some whack shit. We may be doing some fun shit, talking games and stuff. We may have a retro week. I don't know. We're going into this kind of blind, and it's fun. I like going into things blind and just going for it, and it's going to be fun. I think you guys will love it. Pesci and I complement each other very, very well, and I think it's going to be a blast. We're going to do most of the shooting on Restream or Streamlabs. I have Streamlabs version of Restream. I think I have StreamYard too. I'm not 100%, but we'll see where it goes. I'll be talking to him an hour beforehand. And we'll be talking back and forth tomorrow on what we're going to do. I'll have banners and stuff up for that channel. I know it's a little looking a little bit dry. We'll make sure there's stuff up there for you guys. I'll make something out of nothing for the meantime and stuff like that. So that's the show for tonight. I appreciate you guys coming by. I'm going to get to playing College Football 25. Guys, if you like my show, and I have a lot of you that ask me here on this very show, can I donate? Do you have super chats? I do. I have a throne. And I also have Botrix, and I do also have other things. So I've been asked if you guys want to donate to the show. It goes all back towards my channel. I am looking at getting some different equipment and to pay this thing back off. So if you guys want to help me out, link is down below. I'll have my throne down there. And that's for you guys. So if you guys want to help out the channel, you want to give back, I know a lot of you want to, and I hear from you guys. I do have a donation link down in the description, and I do have affiliate links to things down below in the description for, if I don't, I will, for Helium Mobile and Mint Mobile. So that's for you guys if you're into saving some money and things like that. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys here in 15 minutes with a game stream. We're going to set up for it. We're going to play some NCAA. Or sorry, College Football 25, maybe some Battlefield. I don't know. I haven't decided anything yet. I'm just glad to be back doing the game stream thing. It's been a minute. I've been doing a lot of IRL stuff, working out streams and things like that. A lot of you say you can't catch my streams, but I've been streaming. So, yeah, I've been trying out the TikTok shit. So anyway, guys, make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. As always, it's a blast. I'm glad you had fun, Billy. Billy, you're the real one. I appreciate you. I know you're always here watching my show. So what I'm going to do for you is I wish there was VIPs. I wish I could make a VIP happen on this channel. I wish there was ways you can make VIPs like you do Twitch. I wish I could just make you a VIP, but you can't. Here, I'll just add as moderator then. We'll do a standard. All right. Because Billy's been here for really long, and he's always here. Josh is always here. And here, I'll make... Guys, if I give you a wrench in my chat, please don't abuse your power. I'm going to make you guys standard mods. It's kind of like a VIP thing. I just made Dream and also Billy here a kind of like a VIP. MV, I want to make you a wrench roll here, but you said you didn't want that. So I respect that. If there was a way I can give you a star or something on your name to show the love back to you as you've shown me over the years, I would. But yeah, if you're over on Twitch, I'll make you a VIP. I actually got to when I get over there. So anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you over on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, all that here in about 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to go and cool my room down again, and I'll be back. I'm going to get some water, get some coffee, do the things, and get ready for nightcap. All right? I'll see you guys. Oh, and by the way, I got new videos up on this channel, so new videos are up. We do have a Chris Titus video. Since so many of you have asked me, and I've been kind of watching Locale Live and Drama Alert again, and, you know, hey, I've been trying to throw different things at my channel outside of talking wrestling all the time and sports and stuff. So I did those things. Some of you have been asking me my thoughts on the matter. I should have done one on Dr. Disrespect a while ago, but I kind of combined both of these two not really kind people that should be off the internet completely, and they're evil and all that shit. So yeah, we did a video. So hopefully you enjoy the style of the video. I put my logo down there, so hopefully you guys like those type of videos. If you do, I'll do more of them. I'm getting back into covering the news again. I like to cover them as separate videos, as separate topics, okay? So that's just me to you guys. Anyway, I'm out, skis. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the podcast. If you're on YouTube and everything, stay tuned. There will be another live stream coming up for you guys, and that'll be my game stream for the night. I'll see you guys, and we can talk more wrestling then. All right, guys, peace.